Hello, everyone. You are live, Ira and I. How are you, Ira?
I'm doing really well, and I hope you are the same. Hopefully, you had a good weekend.
Yes, I know. For you guys, you're in the States, right? It was a big 4th of July.
Yeah, it was a different Fourth of July for
It was
sure.
a little quiet. Well, for those of you who are joining us now, my name is Chala Dinkoy. I'm the founder and CEO of the Repositioning Expert. This is an interview series in the ramp up to the B2B Elevator Pitch Bootcamp starting today, next week. For 9 days every night, I will be coming into your living rooms or wherever you will happen to be at 8 o'clock Eastern. And Ira will be joining us as one of the registrants in the bootcamp. And I wanted to feature him because he belongs to our B2B CEO Society private Facebook group and is going to be joining us. So welcome again, Ira. And please tell us what you do and who you help.
Hey, thanks very much again, Chala. I started a company 25 years ago. It's called Success Performance Solutions. I've been in business quite a while. We work with primarily small, medium-sized businesses, and as my tagline says, we help people recruit faster and hire smarter. Most of that time, because until recently it wasn't a challenge hiring people, but we basically provide pre-employment and leadership testing. So anything from can somebody type and do data entry and understand Excel through, can they run your company? Can they be a manager? Can they sell? Can they work in the call center? Do they, one of the common things we test for is integrity. Will they show up on time, not steal? And are they nice to customers? So that's what we do.
Well, that's great. So now, has anything changed in that landscape or in that industry after COVID?
Everything and nothing. I wrote a book a couple of years ago, which I think I have a giveaway for that. But I wrote a book called Recruiting in the Age of Googleization, and it was really about how fast the world was changing with automation and technology. A little bit of focus on how jobs were going to change. But we talked about a time where there was certainly going to be this dramatic shift in the marketplace and jobs. That all happened overnight. Everybody went home and people had to learn a lot of job skills. People were working remote. So working remote is different than working in the office. Some jobs may never come back. Some jobs will come back and they'll be different. Before the pandemic, there was a shortage of people who had the skills, not a shortage of people, but a shortage of people who had all the skill sets. As we're coming out of this, the number of people that will be hired back, well, not everybody will be hired back. And if they're hired back, they will be required to have different sets of skills. And there's a lot of new jobs that are starting to show up. We have people that are now Zoom coaches.
Is that right? Oh my God, that's
of course. Like, how many people really didn't care about presentation skills? Hey, we'll just have a meeting, and boy, I hate that computer thing. And now you need them. So there's a lot of people that are popping up being Zoom coaches.
That's hilarious. I love it. But so tell me about how outreach has changed for you. I mean, how did your clients find you usually? And then has that changed?
Well, for me, I'll say that I say this facetiously, but it's absolutely true. The world caught up to me. I've been virtual since about 2007.
Okay.
I moved to a different state, but my office was in a different place, so they never saw me. So I've been virtual. But everybody became virtual. So for me, the world caught up to me. It's much easier for me now to contact people, to find people. They're not in meetings, they're not traveling, they're not on vacation, they're not out there. They're home. That will probably go away. I mean, people are going to go back to some normalcy at some point, but that hasn't changed at all. So from that standpoint, it's been good. And the fact that businesses seem to be a little bit more conscientious of hiring, they're taking this time to reflect. Hey, we laid off, we furloughed or laid off 100 people or hundreds of people or even 20 people. And we're not sure, we're going to bring back some, we're not sure which ones. Who should we bring back? So despite the fact that we've had double-digit unemployment, 40 plus million people are unemployed, our company was our increase last quarter was 58%.
Wow! Congratulations.
If we would have had this conversation at the beginning of March, I would have said, having lived through 9/11 and 2008, the business would have collapsed. Yeah. No one cared about hiring people during those times. It was survival. Yet this is a strange economy. So warehouses and grocery stores and healthcare, which we work in, those are some of the industries we work in, we're booming. And then there's other ones. I just spoke to somebody in Maldives. I hope they'll fly me over. Yeah. Basically, they're reopening. They're rebranding their hotel. They had 200 employees. They're only going to bring back 50. And they're looking for an assessment to do a better job of who are the people that will be the best employees in a post-pandemic world. So that's changed. How I got my word out, though, which is what you do, what's the pitch? I've done it organically since there's a website. I've had a website since 1997. I don't do a lot of paid advertising. I basically write. I do interviews like this. I market myself. I brand myself. I establish myself as a thought leader, as an expert in what I do. And I grow my business on the internet. So
And so I'm more interested in the answer to this question is, we're excited to have you join the Elevator Pitch Bootcamp. And what kind of bonus content would you most find helpful at this time?
You would think that after 40 years in business, 25 years doing this, I would have my pitch down. I would when somebody asks, and I do that, recruit faster, hire smarter. So that's the story, and they go, oh, that's interesting, but it doesn't necessarily explain what I do. So I attend a lot of sessions. I mentor people. Their pitches are horrible, so it's low hanging fruit. I don't do what you do, but they're really horrible. It's like I either don't know what you do, or it's that old thing of when somebody asks you what time it is, and they explain how the watch works. I just want to know what the time is. Yeah. I'm still honing it. So my bonus is if I can listen and I can get a tip, and I go, oh, that's it. I can tweak my elevator speed, my 10-second pitch a little bit better. To me, that's what it would be.
Great. Well, thank you for that. I mean, I'm going to give you a very simple formula. I'm going to give you some really very specific. I mean, we've cut all the fluff out. I mean, I've even cut a lot of stories out, which I used to believe, okay, it's only about the stories. And now I'm doing it very differently. And for the first time ever, I'm giving everything. Like I used to keep some of it so I can sell it, but it's just about serving, and it's a whole different platform, whole different mindset, whole different world. So how can our viewers reach you? Great. Turn it on.
Yeah, there's a couple different ways. One is you can get a free copy of my book, Recruiting the Age of Googleization. I will tell everybody, if you feel you're not, you don't recruit, you don't hire people, you're just a consultant, the first 130 pages has zero to do with recruiting. It's about how fast the world's changing, autonomous. I spoke to somebody just last night, and he said, I remember you talking about a robot. How do you test for somebody that manages a robot? And there's a story in there about that. But it's about autonomous vehicles and 3D printing and things everybody can use. You don't have to be in HR. You don't have to be in business. You can. My mother's 96 years old, and she even read it, and she got it. She didn't like the recruiting part, but she liked the rest of it. So you can get the best HR book. By the way, I didn't make that title up. Book Authority selected as one of the best HR books of all time. Wow,
very nice.
So I was amazed. I went up to see if that domain was available, and it was. So that's very cool. So you can actually order a free copy. You just pay for a couple bucks for shipping, and you can get that. My company is Success Performance Solutions. We can go to that. And my personal website is irawolfe.com, IRAWOLFE.com.
Wonderful. And you guys, for those of you who haven't yet registered for the bootcamp, please go to that link below, repositioner.com/bootcamp, and we will see you all there. Thank you so much, Ira.
Thanks, Charlotte. Thanks, everyone. Hope to see you in the bootcamp.
Take care.